What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vinatainment News. So, you guys all know that ENews been messing with Rachel and Bryan for a long time because one of the main ladies that do these interviews with Bryan and Rachel is an obsessed fan of the other guy. It's like if you're so obsessed with him, all right, and you can't be professional, why do you keep approaching Bryan and Rachel, desperate for interviews, just to turn around and get the interview from them because they are nice people, and then turn around and make the title about the other guy? Bryan and Rachel did a long interview, and they had so much going on in that interview, just amazing things. And of all of the titles this chick could have chosen, she picked the one with the other guy name in the title because of desperation of clicks and likes. Whatever they're doing, she shows up, okay, to get the interview. And each time, Bryan and Rachel are very nice people. You know what? We're not going to go ahead and stoop to her level. We're going to do the interview. She's on the red carpet. Sure, we're going to say hi to ENews and we're going to walk away. So they go ahead and post this. It's officially wedding season in Bachelor Nation. So who is next? Jordan and JoJo, Caitlyn and Sean, Ari and Lauren. Link in bio for a rundown of all the current engaged couples and how close they really are to tying a knot. Okay, so you have JoJo here, you have Caitlyn and Sean, and you have Ari and Lauren, those people who just got engaged. Now you guys all know that I'm all for love, and I was even very supportive in my last video update I posted on Ari and Lauren. But for the guy who dumped one woman and went back to the other for him to get his picture featured, and for the very first African American bachelorette picture to not be featured, and for their names to barely be mentioned in the article, it's like, how disgraceful. So you all know our girl Rachel don't care, right? She's a savage, man. She went on ENews page and she posted, "Appreciate the love, ENews." So let's go ahead and read some of these comments on here. All right, and laughing emoji, savage. Noticed this yesterday and was very confused. Shame on you, ENews. Literally though, these entertainment news outlets are run by fangirls with personal agendas. This was no accident. They've been disgraceful all season. The other person wrote, "I'm sure it was all just an honest mistake. They must have gotten you confused with the jerk who dumped his fiance on TV." And then go ahead and read the rest. So basically, the man who just did what he did is mentioned. You know what I'm saying? And some people are going down the route of race, because you see the couples that we see there. And for them to not mention Bryan and Rachel, you can just see the complete disrespect. We will see if in the future Bryan and Rachel even ever entertain them on a red carpet, or if they do entertain them by giving them an interview, if they call them out, because this is disgraceful. Guess this is ENews literally not seeing color. Let's see them squirm their way out of this one. Rachel is the good of all bachelorettes, and ENews can handle the beauty of the episode, so they chose to skip right over them, throw the whole network away, watch them crawl out with some ridiculous excuse or statement. Cares about ENews anymore. Anyways, Rachel, you are a queen. LOL, written by a Dean fan, no doubt. Naomi Dean, this girl is obsessed with the other guy. I have noticed throughout you guys' love story that they have never really focused or mentioned you or as much as the others. Love doesn't have a color. And Tay was also on it, agreed. Very interesting, ENews. Other person responded, did you not read the article? I read the article and I'm going to read it for you guys. They didn't even put their pictures up there. They barely mentioned them. All right, seems to me like they even added your parts in the article after the fact. Why else would they link up to Extra, one of their competitors? They should have contacted you for a quote and included your picture. Sorry that some people don't do their jobs with integrity. Rachel, you and Bryan don't deserve that. Another person wrote, really, that was a lousy attempt to cover their butts. Rachel is saying, hey Rachel, some of us have noticed this for a long time, this person meant, and not only ENews, all the Bachelor Nation fan pages doesn't post about you, but they post others, so ignore them and enjoy your life. All right. So even let me go back here because I just saw that Christina also wrote, who wrote this post? Lee from Nashville, Tennessee. Let's not forget our Rachel, Lindsay, and Bryan episode. Exactly. Thanks, Christina, for the support. And everyone is laughing. We all know Lee. There goes Eric. Wow, ENews. Come on. Not right. Okay. Thanks, Eric, for showing, Rachel and Bryan love. They only follow the two white guys from Rachel's top 4. Crazy. And they don't follow Rachel, whose season the two white guys were on, biased and racist. Eric, why didn't you speak up when they slammed her relationship in the BET article that featured you, huh? Oh, Eric came back and responded. I did. You just wasn't listening. LOL, don't worry. You can listen to my podcast, Beaker Talks with Rachel and Bryan soon. Subscribe and review. Link in my bio. Be great. There you go, Eric. Promote your ish. And I'm already great, but thanks for answering my question. All right. Let's see here. And let me go ahead. I'm going to just read the comments in general to see what other people have to say. You have been caught hating on the first Bachelorette and on the first Black Bachelorette and thirsting after her runner-up, Peter. Why don't you quit your job to join him in Wisconsin and carry his gap tooth baby? Go ahead and read the rest. Right. When is this racist issue going to be addressed, ENews? I'm glad that everyone is coming for them. I don't follow ENews or Rachel, but I went back to check her engagement post, and boy, that was so disrespectful to Rachel and Bryan. And then leaving them out of this post is disrespectful. What racist and biased people work here? All right, I'm offended as a white woman. Women should support other women. Exactly, I agree with every single word in your post. And let me see. So ENews practice racism and white male privilege in their social media department. Yeah, you have the first Black Bachelorette can't get a decent engagement picture for the finale, but they post a spreadsheet of pictures for the white male who was doing a few days later. Then that white male gets several post updates over the last year, but the Black lead of the Bachelorette gets none. Then you notice that ENews followed two white men of Rachel's season, but you don't follow the lead Black woman to top it all off because of their personal. Go ahead and read the rest. I don't want to make this video too long. Let's see. I think Rachel is way more likely to get married than any of the others listed above. Sorry to Caitlyn and Georgia, but Caitlyn and Georgia, both of whom I love, but I don't see it happening if it hasn't happened yet. White privilege on full display. Congrats, ENews. By the way, no number of posting about Meghan and Harry can distract from the stench of this post and deliberate omission of the most recent Bachelorette and her fiance. So go ahead and read the rest. Let me see. News is obsessed with the other guy and mad Richard didn't pick him. It's her life, but yet you post Ari, who was so bleep disrespectful to Becca. You guys are truly disgusting, but I'm not surprised. And I'm just going to go ahead and just scroll through so you guys can read the rest. Yep, Lauren Zima is the one. Why is ENews deleting comments about the relationship between Ryder and Lauren Zima? You guys are worrying about the wrong things. If you do the right thing, you don't need to cover up or look over your shoulder. Your guilt is showing because nothing here is slanderous. Patiently waiting on. All right. Still waiting on an explanation, ENews. You should be ashamed of yourself. I say I've unfollowed, but I was never following in the first place. You know, they are quick to jump and respond, but they're not responding. They are disgusting, man. Disgusting. Come on, it's already been 3 days and people are clearly upset by this post. You should create a new post highlighting Rachel, Lindsay, and Bryan episode and acknowledging your error. Otherwise, simply ignoring what you have done here will infuriate us all even more. Wow. Let's reenact the conversation in ENews office of how this picture debacle happened. So, do we have all engaged couples of the meme Bachelor shows? Let's go down the list to make sure. Jojo, Caitlyn, Rachel, pause. Nah, I really don't want to include her because she's black, or we don't like her because of the other guy. Okay, Ari. Yep, that is so true. So true. Welcome to the home of systemic racism. Why would you include Ari's picture before Rachel Lindsay? Is this a joke? She is 10 times more worthy than him and Lauren to make a post. They are listed in the link. Quickly, not sure if that was added after they were called out. It was, but still not photo. Yeah. So I'm going to read some. I'm going to just scroll so you guys can see some more. Yeah, it's been a few days. They're not going to give an answer. They're just hoping, oh, this is social media. They're going to be mad for a few days, but then they're going to calm down and move on to the next topic. That's basically what's going on. Pics of all the white engaged leads, but not the diverse black lead who is engaged to a Latino man. Shameless. Yep, so true. So true. This is worse than I originally thought. I just looked at the article, and as mentioned, there is still no pic of RnB and the least amount of words written about them. I'm going to move on, but this is the end of my relationship with E, period. Let's voice our concern, guys. Today is Rachel, tomorrow is Eric or CN or one of the black guys of the upcoming season. ENews is outrageous. They are focusing on the other guy, but couldn't even give Eric, the first black guy ever in Final 3, a feature pathetic. Let the president, or he's the president and head of media relations, know. Okay. They listed all that information. It's crazy. The fact that even future Ari after this, after his deplorable actions, has been giving the whole network the side eye. If you're going to show your disdain for Rachel not picking the other guy, where's your disdain for Ari? Breaking Becca's heart. His picture is still up here. My point? ENews, eye emoji. Are you on being racist? On whose pics you select to use in your IG post? Rachel and Bryan deserve better respect. Not only did you not include their picture in the IG post, you try to cover up your racism with barely a one-paragraph story about them. Being that Rachel was the last Bachelorette lead, Rachel and Bryan should have been the first picture in the post. But we all know that was not going to happen because they are a beautiful interracial couple, and whoever was responsible for their post is not up for embracing diversity. Okay? And they're tagging everybody else. We all know you are all about diversity on these shows and news hubs. It is clear that this is racism on ENews part, and it needs to be addressed and corrected. So sad. Add Rachel and Bryan to this post, not the last pick, but as the first pick because she was the last Bachelorette lead. So true. So true. For those who say Rachel and Bryan are mentioned in the article, do you know they only post pictures of 3 all-white couples? No picture of RnB again. Last year when Rachel was engaged, this account didn't even bother with a picture of them together. Just Rachel. Unbelievable. What I did not know this. Who are these racist people and why are they still working in this department if they are biased against Rachel Lindsay? That blog don't post about Rachel. Oh, wow. And I'm just going to quietly scroll through for you guys to read more. When your bias shows in your professional work, peekaboo, Rachel and Bryan, don't sweat it. Let's include the most hated two of a bachelor, but leave out Rachel Lindsay. Makes sense. For all those people who pretend not to understand, the issue is that the photo of all the recent leads of Bachelor franchise are on the IG page except Rachel and Bryan, who happen to be non-white. And if I'm going too fast, you can pause, but there's a lot of comments and I can't read all of them, or else we'll be here all day. But if you go to Google and type in ENews Instagram page, you don't have to have Instagram. Just click on the link. It's going to bring you here. And then go down and find a picture with JoJo and her fiance and a caption that talks about Bachelorette. Yeah, so what ENews is doing is probably feel like, you know what, it's social media. We're going to be on to the next news the next day. People are going to forget about it and let it go. You would think they would take the post down, hide the comments, or come back and apologize. But nothing yet. So, Kevin Hart will say, somebody come look at this. So this is the title. You read the title. They have a video and a huge write-up about Irie, who just dumped Becca and got back with Lauren. But they're the first. They get, and I get it, you know, season just ended for them, but they're the first on the list. This is the long article, okay, written about them. I'm not even going to read it. Look at all of the things they have written. Let's move on. Included the engagement picture. Okay. Caitlyn and Sean, one of the franchise's most beloved couples. They're going to get hitched ever since their season. I'm not going to read, this, but as you can see, it's nothing but nice things. They have this beautiful image of JoJo and Jordan happily living together in Dallas. JoJo and Jordan are in no rush to get married after getting engaged in season 12. We are so focused on our relationship in the moment, and we're excited about each other's careers. All right? But look at this. Look at this short, small, and a quote from Extra about Bryan and Rachel. The very first African-American bachelorette. And even if she wasn't the very first, look at this. No, all of the beautiful images that Bryan and Rachel have out there. No picture, no long caption or nothing. And it took a quote from Extra. The reigning bachelorette is still with her final pick, Bryan. And they are looking to get married before the end of 2018. We haven't said anything yet. We definitely want to get married this year. And that's the plan. Bryan told Extra. You see, even the chick... even the chick from Bachelor Winter Games, okay? The chick from Bachelor Winter Games gets a picture in a full write-up. A picture in a full write-up. But not Bryan and Rachel. Not Bryan and Rachel. Wow. Yep. So, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Am I shocked? No, I'm not shocked. When I say wow, it's just, you would think in 2018, I understand the people in the comments and the negativity and stuff, but you would think people who have a job to do and professionals will do their job the right way. That's the part that disgusts me. That's the part that disgusts me. But thank God for Bryan and Rachel's strength, because you can clearly see that she was bothered by it. I'm not even going to front. Even though, she made that comment, I'm not going to front it. It's hurtful. It's hurtful for you to feel like because of the color of your skin, you're not enough. It's hurtful to think that someone who's supposed to put all bias aside and be a professional and do things the right way would plaster a picture of all of those people, and they try to justify it by saying, oh, one of them or two of them, we didn't include a picture. You include a picture of Bachelor Winter Games that lasted for 2 seconds. You include a whole write-up, but not the very first African American Bachelorette. Yeah, I'm done. But like I said, I'm wishing Bryan and Rachel nothing but the best. Now, I'm aware that Rachel and Bryan already know this, and I'm aware that most of you already know this, but I just want to say it. You are enough. You are more than enough. You are more than enough. This goes to Rachel, Bryan, or anyone who might feel insecure about, be it the color of your skin, the fact that you talk different, or you're just different. You are enough. Never allow anyone to bring you down, bring your energy down. Just always remember, he who angers you controls you. Continue to be blessed. Continue to walk with your head held high. Continue to have a smile on your face. I am 100% aware that we are all human beings, and no matter how much we know, and we know the facts and know that racism exists and all of that, we are still a human being. We have feelings, and hurt will still come. It's like seeing things on TV and knowing how African Americans are treated, but then when it actually happens to you, it hurt. It hit home, and it's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Because if Rachel wasn't bothered by it, in as much as I love Rachel and she's funny and all of that, if she just wasn't like, wow, I can't believe I'm really experiencing racism on this level, she would have ignored them. And the same way how Dean and his girlfriend, yeah, I'm putting girlfriend in quotation, I call her Redemption Bae, the one who he used for redemption to, clean his image from. Girl on national television wrapped her legs around a man's neck and kissed him. But yet, the outrage was at Rachel, who basically judged a competition. The outrage wasn't that these people went on there and did that. The outrage was a woman judging the competition and just had her opinion. Had it been Rachel jumping on Bryan's neck and wrapping her legs around his neck, she would have been called every name in the book. This girl went to Miami and danced on her fiance at a pool party where they were playing music for you to dance. And all of a sudden, she was no longer an attorney. She was not classy, and she was every name in the book for dancing on her husband-to-be. Okay? So it's not so much that we care about an article. We don't care about ENews. It's the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? It's the principle. It's like that's where I'm coming from, and that's where Rachel and RnBHive is coming from. It's not about no silly article in ENews. ENews is not, that big of a deal. It's the deeper issue behind it and racism, and that's why we're talking about it. All right, so like I said, man, you're more than enough, and for anyone experiencing situations like this, I'm going to keep all of you lifted in my prayers. But this is like, wow. Yeah, man. None of that. It's just that it's racism, and it have to be addressed. And for these people to not make a statement about it, not post about it, not apologize about it, or just say, you know what? It's social media. It's going to get swept on the rug tomorrow. People are going to move on to the next story. It's disgusting. But I'm going to go ahead and end here, my Vina loves. I'm wishing you all an amazing day. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.